And the Huskies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Under fire. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd goal.
It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. Let's it fly. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking for space. It's Hughes. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
There he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. That's caught. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Here comes the offense on second down. Williams will pass. Quickly complete. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Rolls it in. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They've got the screen set up, and this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The screen always seems so easy until you find all of that traffic right in front, Jesse.
Yeah, and we see so many screens in college football these days. The ball getting spit out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now in how to stop these types of plays.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man quickly. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap, and he right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Making side adjustments here. Moore will throw. Going for it all. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. The 40. At the 30. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Catch in the middle, it's Benson. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Got it in the middle, it's Benson. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The Ducks are marching down the field. Moore to the air. He's going up top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going deep, and they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The run to the left. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Moore will throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Benson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of...
Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quarterback making adjustments. Moore to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Benson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Stewart. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. The offense coughs it up. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got it! Touchdown, Oregon! They've got the lead here in the 4th. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Back open in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Benson. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making checks. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Benson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now if they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That last score just a little icing on the cake in this one as they get set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Williams will pass. Pulls it in, it's Coleman. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Otten. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the tight end. Made a defender miss. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this would...